Okay, I will snug him. Let out the snuggling. Where is he? Where is he? Private. Let's do it. I would beat him. I would beat the rabbit. It's an everyday cat. Love cat. You love something so much you want to beat it 24/7 because it's so scrunchy and so sniggly. What's the day talk? My talk. Just say Monday talk. Oh, hey, Carlos.
What's up? How you doing, Kishore?
I am doing it. I just got here. Came from the food bank.
Okay.
How was your? How about you? Your side? How's everything on your side?
Everything is wonderful.
Glad to hear that. Glad to hear that. Yes, I keep. I've been keeping everything, uptight, you know,
I
and
noticed.
talking about spanking people, just bring them more spanking. Like what?
More spanking, huh?
you
You like
know,
spankings?
yeah. I watched too many that Pornhub. XNXX. I'm like, what the heck? I want to show people about you know, I'm not gonna make myself look like some a goody good shoot, Lord God no, I'm not no goody good shoot. I'm just an average person, just trying to make it like everyone else, and therefore I'm not gonna let people paint me as a saint, anything like that. Does that make sense? Lord God
Yeah.
no, saint. I'm a pimp, Lord.
You're a pimp lord?
Yes, and that's the best way to be. You know, don't be something you are not meant to be. Be something that you are naturally being, because it's easier that way.
I'm a good two shoes with the shadow side.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. I think I want to do maybe some Cambodian a little bit. You know, I don't know. I think it's too late on their side because I just ate, and you know I'm probably going to do the English too. So that's why I didn't put Cambodian for stuff like that. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's it. Cambodian is too late. We catch them on Tuesday or something. You
Yeah,
know,
it's too
maybe.
late for 'em.
Yeah, too late. Hey, some of them still waking here. Oh, let me check. Oh shoot. Oh shoot. They're still here. You know, see, we'll give them about 15 minutes of a joyride. How
All
they
right,
stay with
sounds like
them?
a plan.
Mm-hmm. Here we go. Oh, it's a real sewer. Mm-hmm. ខ្ញុំសង្ស័យបងហងគាត់ឲ្យហ៊ានចូលទៀតទេខ្ញុំនិយាយអាក្រក់ពីគាត់ច្រើនពេកត្រៃកងអូយសោះហើយតាកាហ្វេណាគ្រូដឹងរឿងទាំងអស់រឿងក្រៅគ្រឿងក្នុងគ្រឿងផ្លូវក្នុងរឿងផ្លូវក្រៅដោយសាសផ្សេងគេថាគេដឹងខ្ញុំគឺអតិថិជាតិគឺណាខ្ញុំគ្រូដឹងបើគ្រូហេតុអ្វីគ្រូមិននិយាយ because ទីមួយហ្នឹងគ្រូចង់បរៀនសិលខនភាសាពីចំនួនដើមទៅចំនួននេះគ្រូអត់ចង់ឲ្យយើងទៅសាសនាបរទេសគ្រូចង់ទៅសាសនាសច្ចាំងបាត់វិញក៏វាមានសិលបើតទៅពុទ្ធវាអត់មានសិលអញ្ចឹងណាបើសិនទៅពុទ្ធសាសនាវាអត់មានសិលហើយបើសិលគឺទៅសច្ចាំងហ្មងគេបរៀនហោះហើរជប់អឺជប់បរៀនខ្លួនព្រួយខ្លួនព្រួយផែនដីអានឹងបានប្រើជាការបាននឹងអាចជួយជាតិបានដល់យើងចេះវិជាសិលផ្លូវក្នុងបានយើងអាចជួយផ្លូវក្រៅបានបើយើងទៅប្រពុតនឹងយើងទៅតែសូវនឹងចាប់ជាតិនឹងសូវនឹងបើយើងទៅសច្ចាំងយើងមកយើងទៅសច្ចាំងវាងាយស្រួលអញ្ចឹងណាយើងចាប់ជាតិបើមិនទៅហើយចាប់ជាតិដើម្បីការជាសច្ចាំងអញ្ចឹងណាហើយយើងគិតមើលគ្រូគិតហើយឥឡូវលោកគ្រូចៅគៀងណាគាត់ណាខាងគាត់សាបច្រើនហើយដល់សារគ្រូការគ្រូគាត់ជួបគាត់ថាគាត់ទៅរៀនពីសច្ចាំងហាត់អ្វីគាត់ចេះជប់បាយជប់ទឹកអត់ចេះដឹងក្បួនសិលហោះអត់ចេះនេះដូចខាងគ្រូបរៀនខុសខាងគ្រូគឺតាអីសេកែវក្បួនការណាបរៀនគ្រូទាំងអស់អញ្ចឹងឲ្យតែសច្ចាំងយើងត្រូវចេះទាំងអស់កូនចៅសច្ចាំងត្រូវចេះកបាំងខ្លួនក្បួនកបាំងខ្លួនក្បួនហោះក្បួនជប់បាយក្បួនប្រោះក្បួនរំភ្លឺចេះតែគ្រប់ទាំងអស់ហើយបល័យក៏រាប់បរៀននេះគាត់និយាយតែបរៀនតែភាសាខ្មែរទេចឹងមកគ្រូឆ្ងល់ហើយអ្នកណាតាអីសីនៅក្នុងតបែងនេះគាត់អត់បាយ10ថ្ងៃក៏យកទៅពេទ្យនេះថាគ្រូសើចគ្រូលឺនៅ Facebook គេថាគាត់ទៅតាំងសិលអត់បាយ10ថ្ងៃសោះក៏យកទៅពេទ្យអត់ទឹកបាយទឹកថ្ងៃអូយមានតែគាត់តាមចេះជប់បាយជប់ទឹកសិស្សទាំងឡាយសិស្សអីទាំងអស់បានជប់បាយជប់ទឹកមួយថ្ងៃ5ដងសថ្ងៃដោយគ្រូបានផ្ដាំគឺទេ Hello oh man you know I hate this
What happened?
internet
Oh.
I need to get a new phone សិស្សទាំងឡាយបានជប់បាយមួយថ្ងៃ5ដងអត់ដែលគ្រូបានផ្ដាំសិស្សជប់បាយគាត់ឲ្យសុំប៉ុណ្្នឹងបាទសិស្សណាបានធ្វើតាមផ្ដាំគ្រូអត់សិស្សបើយើងចង់មានវិជ្ជាសិលយើងត្រូវញ៉ាំអាហារទេពគ្រូប្រាប់អត់កបាំងអាហារទេពដឹងហើយឲ្យយើងមានវិជ្ជាសិលលោកបើកមកឲ្យមកហើយមួយទៀតគឺនឹកកូនគ្រូអញ្ចឹងណាយើងត្រូវតែសុំបានគេឲ្យសិស្សត្រូវតែដឹងចំណុចខាងក្បួនវិជ្ជាសិលកិច្ចការយើងជាមនុស្សក៏នៅសុំ hay nâng tờ tour cái ca cứu than nó cứu không khuôn dớ là nó than nó không khuôn dớ cái ca quạt nâng lứ nâng chúc nâng ảo nâng quạt pro chẳng á chơi được bay trái cái ca pi ní đó ba những khi là con bà xã ấy muốn là kia bị tranh sát quạt mình nó cồn cứu quạt nước hái quạt sông hái bán ta ấy xây quạt tranh bị chia sẻ ảo chụp lấy chụp cả sẽ rất là miên cứu cái này nó dân khang đào sai những đăng cồn cứu bởi dân hiên của mà cứu dân là sai phim có cứu ba lâu ảo cứu gặp bật lâu ảo này vô hay nói xa từng lại cái này nó cứ chỉ nói đó tao được che lâu ní cứu nó bạc ca là cứu chào kiêng xa quạt tao mau tranh cứu bỏ chnia cứu nó slap bỏ cứu chnia bộ nên là slap ai bộ với châu màu cứu ai với châu màu đầm bay cứu thơ si đằng bộ về vậy á cứu bạc ca ai nào là cứu chào kiêng xa quạt mau tranh chào cho môi cứu nè tranh tao được slap nè chnia tao được rùa trong tao xa từng lại buồn hay cứu nhà xa tao đằng ba mây phía xa tao bỏ bộ đằng cứu đằng sọc mai màu vay cho môi sự một cứu tranh tao slap mà bùi đằng sau thằng slap đằng nè chnia tao được rùa vậy á vô lại sao nếu mà khăng ai miên cứu na pe na cra bị sụp cứu đây lưới cứ ta ai xây đông chi cứ pre khmer dân bộ promai về miền Vishnu nè miền pre Vishnu pre prom hay pre Shiva bay bỏ kề pre Giêsu về miền bay bỏ kề về miền câu bay đa pre miền bỏ sót hay pre Giêsu bay bộ nhớ của miền bay này ai sâu đông chi bay vô lấy sao lâu vậy lâu lâu bộ nhớ của miền bay đấy cầm tha hay cứu cho ông dê bền này tha nè cái riêng lâu say cho đây là ai cho cứu nè cái riêng ấy lâu cứu bạc cả bằng nè cái riêng năng cái chia sẻ nhà tôm chơi ở bao lâu cứu bạc cùi bây giờ tao ông cô vẫn khơi nè cái riêng bên đây tha mình nước miền nằm nai cứu miền nằm nai nè cứu miền nằm nai hay cứu miền trạch nhà cục lệ nè hai chuyện ông cô vẫn nó cứ cái lấy cứ nâu cứ sai chết chọt bọc hàn đầy nên có hộp cài cứ sai chết chọt cứ ấy sẽ đang là khôm nước còn miên chết chọt để được từng hồn chẳng cứ sai chết chọt đấy sẽ một khi mình trôn xa cái chặt ơi cứ sai chết chọt đây đầm bay chầm ra mà trôn nó cứ đôi pyramid chẳng và sát pyramid ở ông cô Egypt ấy chẳng chưa mà trôn cái chặt đâu cái này nâng đầm bay mà nước long của hộp cài bay cái tua flow ba là mày pyramid nó cứ chết đôi buôn lấy cái lăng gì chẳng đại nâng á đầm bay về cái miền mình nhiên tiết những ai pra mình nhiên là mấy song sai chỉ có nâng hay cái bạc chưa có cai ở dân song được thuộc ban tam cái sai chết chọt ở nâng hai cho hai ban cái tha cái có cu rụt nhẹ nâng á cứ chia cái lấy nó cứ miền ti tăng ba là mấy ti tăng cái lấy đại nhẹ đại cái cột cruông sai chết chọt nó cái lấy nâng đừng ai mà nước song của thuộc ban hai cái song sai ban chẳng hai ban lục cừu và cùi nó cái chuyện đông ta của dân chỉ cừu đau nó bao giờ hai cùi lục cừu cái chuyện này bạc cá ở nè chẳng hai ban chỉ non cừu cứ môn kề và tạo ban lục cừu và cùi và tạo máu ban lục cừu và cùi có ai lục cừu alien lục cừu robot xây hay mình nước dân ban màu chẳng á chẳng hai ban cừu nâng và cùi cái chuột kia mình cái chuột kia đây cái trang chuyện đây thà cừu khăng chân và cùi không cùi màu buồn và cùi nâng cái cừu đam là bao lục cừu và cùi chẳng á nâng ngày hai mai giờ nâng về lục cừu và cùi nó còn ai prai cả la còn ai prai cả la chỉ rụp nhẹ cả ban chỉ rụp ai cả ban chứ mai như lư rừng mai giờ nó bua prai cả la chỉ mình nước chẳng á lục cừu và cùi nó còn chơi prai cả la chỉ bua cả ban chỉ nhẹ cả ban hai còn prai cả la chỉ mình nước cả banสคัญนะพวกนั้นมันคูณปลื้มเจ้าบ้านพวกcái chơi prai cả laให้ขมายยังcái chơi prai cả laตามลูกครูปกุยได้เจ้าบ้านยังไม่ช้าไม่ติดตัวไม่ปกุยไม่ปัวแสดงเคลียร์แบบหมอจังงั้นสายมือมันนึกมือไม่เกยมือละปลายกันละไม่คลายกันรูปด้วยมันนึกแต่ไม่เอ๊ะมือเราไม่มันธรรมดาเลยให้ใส่ได้เคยมือปลายกันละจีกระเปอร์นะสกมัยอย่างนี้ปลายกันละจีกระเปอร์ไหมนะสิตามคำ Are we talking about human change into alligator? It's happened in our country a lot, you know. Pride che pride
Wow.
lack buôn cái miền ốp cái bao cái trầm trâu hay cái sâu trâu nó con cái pride man đào white đào vô tập bomb white ba bay dong. You have to hit that person upside the head 3 times, then they change back to human, you know. Buôn đó sao? Buôn pride cả la ở đằng. Mình dân pride chỉ cái pơ ban say đằng ấy. Đã lư riêng ấy. Buôn pride cả la. Giờ mà khmer dân khlang. So shape shifting is the normal in our culture, you know. They can shape shift.
I've heard shapeshifted before.
Yeah, there is a way to do it. It's easy. That's why I know the method. Chứ mà prai cả lá cứ trên mò là mình nâng ban start khang flow khong ấy, ban cái prai cả lá ban hoa hai cái đôi kia trên bao bị flow khong đằng óc crew khong đằng óc. Sợ anh á, alo crew bạc ca, nè na đã hiên tam là crew trao kiêng là crew ra kia mà bị trang super crew. Tôi được vay nhưng mà flow khong, tranh slap tôi được slap, sao quạt đằng óc tôi được slap. Sao na tao mau khang crew á, nước nè,เขายังคือflow sự trang bằng bọt. Quát tha quát sự trang, lão sự trang tao được vay kia, nhận na sự trang pít, nhận na sự trang pít, miễn là flow bên đây ngày, và cả hai ngày này. I'm saying that I'm sending a signal out to all the people who think they badass. We have to fight each other on the inner world. May the winner live, the loser must die. That's just the way it is, you know. Let the truth be known. That's how they do it. That's how they fight each other. This is done by time immemorial, Carlos. From our tradition, the teacher had to fight each other. Ni chỉ ba buôn tam bị đồn tà màu. Crew tao đã tranh trong flow khung. Niệm tranh tao slap, niệm tao ruột. Sai đang nói sao? Ni anh chỉ ăn từ đây crew khang sọc mai, tam bị đồn tà màu. Sai đang nói. Sai đang nói. Bỏ sai mình đang á, mình đây sao anh bắt crew, bỏ mình slide crew đang thật slap sai anh đã. Slap đang off. Crew xuống mà đang tiếp, sai đang buôn khmer nào. Bỏ mình slide crew đang slap sai anh. Crew anh bắt sao? Chẳng á. Bỏ crew thay đang, bỏ mình đang, crew đang slap dục ní. Anh đang sai đang slap anh. Crew đang thơ dục ní mà. Chẳng á. Đang mà sai đang rùa. I tell them if they don't respond to me, tonight I'm going to do them over, they're going to die. And tomorrow they won't wake up. You know, I'm going to take them from the inner world. Sai đang ấy. Ni hai cái bát buôn crew thông crew tôi mô hà crew. Cái tao đập tranh trao cho nó bay cháy. Nhiệt tranh tao ta slap. Nhiệt chiếc tao ta rùa. Plau khăn crew tranh anh sa. Tao bị đâu bị ta mọc chết mình rùi tệ. Nào lơ lô cây ní sai đang ấy. Mình ai miên kla pi ba này. Kla mê miên tầm mùi. Nâng khá ra. Sao hỏi? Kla mê cái bao hồi sấy nữa. Mấy bà bé biết mấy sấy ấy. Nè. Chừng. Hay bỏ. Kla chmô miên tầm mùi. Chẳng á. Tại mê miên trả. Okay. Crew chang oi chang trao ta chang cha phụ nuôi bàn. So I'm sending an invitation to all the teachers in Cambodia. We have to fight each other. Let this can only be one. That it may be the super crew. Chang crew bạc ca hai tha. Nó không lô cây này ai miền kla pi thế. Mô ha kla cho miền tầm mùi. Hai crew bạc ca. Crew ai na ban sọc thế. Đó mai dương tăng ai squad crew knong flow knong. Ban dương ban sọc. Bó sẽ anh squad flow knong crew knong á. Sẽ anh ban sọc thế. Không miền cây năng thư si sẽ anh. Nhưng mà đang nè na thế. Sẽ anh miền sọc trâu trao nè. Crew ở miền sọc trâu thế. Crew miền ta ở sọc trâu mũi có miền này. Có crew nó sọc mà đây. Sẽ nó sọc khmer. Sẽ anh miền sọc trâu trao. Vô hay nó sao? Giờ ban crew trong bữa nay sẽ anh squad flow knong. Ở vô bắp flow knong. Ở đăng flow knong. Hay đôi y hong chẳng khi crew nâng gì coi bình thường mấy nhé crew chào kiêng bán cú chào kiêng quạt miên non quạt mai sợ on nhẹ sạ ní sa nụ tam quạt hai bắp cào nó sọc mai nó ọt nhẹ bắp non đây lộc non đây hai quạt máu cái lạp quạt các bạn cái thơ mấy các bạn ăn miên quạt khóng cái chia cừu cái ấy các bạn này hay bỏ hóng quạt chư chết đau xa quạt cái touch bắp cục kruông sọc mai bắp và cục kruông sọc mai đây cứ cừu đây cục kruông sọc mai lộc non từng ó hay quạt máu bật tia nó cừu chào kiêng cừu mình can chân đây chào kiêngสลับ quạt các bạn quạt miền tàu đây thợ bắp quạt các bạn quạt miền tàu đây trong đó sao chào kiêng quạt miền non cái miền cừu quạt miền nằm nai cái thợ ấy các bạn đây quạt miền khóc đây còn ta ý hóng năng là quạt tàu tiệc kế hay cái quạt đang là quạt châu rung nôm rung kha rung phu cái thợ bắp quạt miền bắp cào cục kruông sọc mai ba này bắp sọc maiคือเราmiền cừuกับmiền plau khnonคือครุกครวงบ่ចង់ឈ្នះអ្នកណាមួយយ៉ាងវាយគេក្នុងផ្លូវក្នុងអ្នកឈ្នះរស់អ្នកចាញ់មុខទៅរបួសឬស្លាប់មានប៉ុណ្្នឹងហើយផ្លូវក្នុងនោះគ្រូចង់បញ្យល់ថាផ្លូវក្នុងគ្រប់គ្រងស្រុកខ្មែរអត់មានច្បាប់អីគ្រប់គ្រងស្រុកខ្មែរទេច្បាប់ដូចច្បាប់ក៏អត់មានន័យទៅខ្មែរយើងគឺតាមផ្លូវមន្តគមធំមន្តគមតូចណាហើយគឺមានគ្រូអញ្ចឹងហើយពួកប្រជាជននៅខ្មែរនៅស្រុកអាមេរិកតែដឹងច្បាប់ហ្នឹងណាពួកនឹងវាចាញ់ហើយវាធ្វើអីក៏មិនកើតដែរស្អីគឺអ្នកស្រុកខ្មែរស្អីដឹងហើយខ្មែរយើងសិតតែមានខ្សែតូចខ្សែល្មមខ្សែធំមកខ្សែមហាធំសិតតែមានគ្រូមន្តគមគេរៀងខ្លួនត្រង់ខ្សែទាំងឡាយហើយអាច្បាប់រឿងច្បាប់លេខច្បាប់កើតអត់មានន័យទេចំពោះផ្លូវក្នុងទៅតែផ្លូវក្នុងថាម៉េចគឺអញ្ចឹងហើយនេះណាហ៊ានបញ្ជាដាច់ជីវិតភ្លាមដាច់មកពូជភ្លាមពេទ្យរឿងពេទ្យសោះខ្មែរយើងគឺតាមផ្លូវក្នុងមន្តគមដែលហើយគ្រូប្រកាសណាបងហុងបងឯងទៅស្រុកខ្មែរតើមានសត្រូវហើយបងហុងឯងប្រយ័ត្នខ្លួនខុសពួកគេមានគ្នាគេមានខ្សែគេធ្វើស៊ីស្មើណាក៏បានដែរពេទ្យរឿងពេទ្យសោះហើយស្អីមិនឃើញគ្រូទេតាមពេលគ្រូបង្ហាញមកចៅគៀងគាត់សាបច្រើនដឹងហេតុអ្វីគាត់ឆ្លោះគ្នាជាមួយស៊ុបគ្រូហើយមនុស្សមិនឈ្មោះទេគេមើលគ្រូគេដឹងថាគ្រូជាស្ដេចវាមិនបដ ாய் អញ្ចឹងណាគេដឹងគ្រូខ្លាំងហើយគ្រូស្មានសិស្សឯងតាមលោកគ្រូចៅគ្រូពេលស្អែងដឹងហាត់យុទ្ធសាស្ត្រចេញអីមកហើយសិស្សស្មានស្អែងទៅវិញស្អែងអត់ទៅទេស្អែងមើលផាតាំងជាស្អែងកាឡាហើយស្អែងក៏មានមញៀនដែរនៅក្នុងប្រាប់អ្នកណាពិតណាពិតមញៀនប្រាប់ស្អែងនៅអស់ផ្លូវក្នុងក៏ប្រាប់ដែរអ្នកណាខ្លាំងមិនខ្លាំងសិស្សទាំងអស់សិតតែមានគ្រូកាន់បានស្អែងរកគ្រូឃើញដោយសារនិស្ស័យខ្ពស់យល់ទេសិស្សហើយគ្រូអាសន័យពួកស្រុកខ្មែរមកតាពួកស្រុកអាមេរិកស្អែងដែរជួបគ្រូណាដូចស៊ុបគ្រូហ៎អត់ហេតុអ្វីស្អែងមិនដែរជួបអត់ដែររៀនដល់លោកគ្រូស្អែងឆ្លើយខុសហើយស្អែងមិនដែរជួបដោយសារវាមិនដែរមានយកពាក្យហ្នឹងឯងវាមិនដែលមានមនុស្សអស្ចារ្យមានតែមួយអញ្ចឹងណាហើយគ្រូបរៀនស្អែងឲ្យស្គាល់ខ្លួនឯងដោយសារគ្រូក្នុងហ្នឹងឯងគ្រូបើកផ្លូវស្អែងឲ្យទទួលគ្រូផ្លូវក្នុងគឺខ្លួនឯងពេទ្យហ្នឹងឯងគឺគ្រូពេទ្យគឺនៅផ្លូវក្នុងហ្នឹងឯងគឺខ្លួនឯងហ្នឹងពេលស្អែងយកពាក្យខ្លួនឯងគឺអ្នកណាណាគឺកាយចិត្តគណិតវិញ្ញាណណាហើយគឺមហាពុកចក្រវាលគឺនៅក្នុងខ្លួនយើងទាំងអស់ពេលនេះឲ្យស្អែងយល់ថាអូខាងក្នុងខ្លួនមានគ្រូពេទ្យដែរគឺខ្លួនឯងពេលហ្នឹងទៅក៏គ្រូជានៅខាងក្រៅគឺជាកញ្ចក់ដែលបើកឲ្យគឺឆ្លោះគ្រូពេទ្យនៅក្នុងឲ្យស្អែងស្គាល់ហ្មងដើម្បីសិស្សឯងនឹងបានជោគជ័យអ្វីដែលសិស្សឯងប្រាថ្នាអញ្ចឹងមកយើងនឹកគុណគ្រូក្នុងទៅព្រះអង្គចេញមកប៉ុន្តែគ្រូនេះបើសិស្សឯងហ៊ានបើហើនេះគ្រូអាចបិទផ្លូវភ្លាមអញ្ចឹងណាផ្លែដល់ទៅបីសិស្សឯងបញ្ចេញសិលក៏មិនចេញដែរដោយសារគ្រូអាចបិទផ្លូវអាចបើកផ្លូវឲ្យយល់ទេសិស្សគ្រូកុសលនេះកន្លែងហ្នឹងឯងគ្រូដែលថាមានអស្ចារ្យជាងគេហើយអ្វីគ្រូចង់ឲ្យសិស្សឯងស្គាល់គ្រូផ្លូវក្នុងណា គ្រូមិនចង់ឲ្យឃើញគ្រូដឹងលោកគ្រូចៅគៀងគាត់រួសកការៈដូចលុយដូចអីណាគាត់ចូលចិត្តលើកតាំងនេះលើកតាំងមនុស្សនោះដើម្បីមនុស្សនឹងមានលុយក៏លើកតាំងហើយតាមមនុស្សណាអត់លុយគាត់អត់លើកតាំងទេយល់ទេសិស្សនឹងគឺក្បួនលោកគ្រូចៅគៀងស្អែងយល់នៅហើយស្អែងជាគ្រូវត្តតាគាត់លើកតាំងអ្នកណាដើម្បីមនុស្សនឹងឲ្យលុយគាត់លើកទៅដើម្បីមិនធម្មតាមនុស្សយើងចូលចិត្តល្បីឈ្មោះមានអីlàគ្រូចៅគៀងគាត់ចូលចិត្តលើកតាំងខាងគ្រូតែគ្រូលើកតាំងអ្នកណាអ្នកនឹងមានតម្លៃហើយអញ្ចឹងណាហើយlàគ្រូចៅគៀងគាត់ប្រឆាំងគ្រូអត់បានគ្រូយកគាត់3សាមួយគ្រូចាប់ដើមមើលស្គាល់ចេះស្គាល់ចុះគាត់ស្គាល់ពីអ៊ីនធឺណិតពិតស័ក្តិសិទ្ធិរបស់ខ្មែរយើងស្គាល់ទី2គាត់គ្រូចាញ់ចាលគ្រូម្ដងទី3គ្រូចាញ់ចាលខ្លាំងហ្មងបង្ហាញជាស្ដែងថាគាត់មិនខ្លាំងជាស៊ុបគ្រូទេអញ្ចឹងណាក៏គ្រូមានសិលហើយគ្រូមកនៅហ្នឹងគ្រូក៏កសាងរៀនវិជាសិលដល់គ្រប់មនុស្សឲ្យគេឆ្លងកាត់រៀនខ្លួននេះទៅខាងគាត់ក៏មករៀនពីគ្រូខាងគាត់មករៀនពីគ្រូទៅចូលបដៅឃើញឥឡូវបែកមេឃសាការច្រើនក្បួនគ្រូនខោនបាសាឃើញទេក្បួននខោនបាសាបែកមេឃសាការហ្នឹងឯងខេសសិឯងចេះជប់បាយជប់ទៅថ្ងៃ5ដងធ្វើចឹងឲ្យគ្រូហើយចង់គ្រូរៀនវិស័យផ្សេងស្អីបានថាសូមបារមីជប់បាយជប់ទឹកម្ហូបអាហារតាមទឹកគ្រប់យ៉ាងជាមួយ super proto molecule super multivitamin មានទាំង1000គីឡូសូមបែងភាគមកសូមមកភាគផ្សេងៗចុះសិស្សពោះសិស្សខ្ញុំទាំងឡាយពោះបងប្អូនម៉ែបងប្អូនគៀងពោះពោះប្រព័ន្ធខ្ញុំពោះពុកម្ដាយពោះម្ដាយខ្វែពោះកូនប្រុសកូនស្រីហើយបែងភាគចូលពោះខ្ញុំឲ្យពួកយើងឆ្អែតទាំងអស់គ្នាឡើងនេះបារមីបានគេថាបានហើយគេចូលដល់មានអារម្មណ៍ឲ្យចូលវុបបដៅហ្នឹងហើយសិស្សហ្នឹងហើយអាហារទឹកនោះសិស្សអាចារ្យចាញ់គ្រូណាថាម៉េចសិស្សថាម៉េចទៅសិស្សនិយាយមើលនិយាយមានមហិទ្ធិតិចមកសិស្សជាប្រុសនិយាយក្លាហានតិចមើល
អត់មានអីចេញពីវិញ្ញាណយើងអត់មានលឺសលេងអី
សិស្សនិយាយម្ដងទៀតមើលថាម៉េចនិយាយមានក្បាលមានកតុយតិចមកសិស្សគ្រូស្ដាប់ឲ្យយល់ទេចាប់ដើមដំបូងសួរសំណួរអី
គ្រូអីមានអត់តប
គ្រូអត់យល់ន័យដល់ឯងសិស្សឯងទេសិស្សឯងចង់ជួបលោកគ្រូអេលក៏ទៅ Stargate អញ្ចឹងណាចូលទ្វារប្រភពកាយបានទៅជួបគាត់បាននៅឋានលើថាហោះរបស់គាត់ហើយបើសិស្សឯងកំតាន់ដល់កម្រិតហ្នឹងសិស្សឯងធ្វើមិនកើតទេដល់សិស្សឯងដែលមាននិស្ស័យទៅជួបគាត់ទី1សិស្សឯងមិនដឹងថាសិលគឺមកពីណាផងគឺមកពីខ្លួនឯងហើយសិស្សឯងបានហាត់ជាមួយលោកគ្រូផ្សេងលោកគ្រូសាលិតបងសបោឬបងសុខុមអីទេហើយសិស្សឯងស្មានតែប្រៀបធៀបចឹងសិស្សឯងគិតថាទៅជួបលោកគ្រូមិនកើតទៅដល់សិស្សឯងចេះធ្វើ Stargate បានរៀនជាមួយសាលិតចូល Stargate ឬរៀនជាមួយគ្រូសុខគ្រូកុសលចឹងណាហើយសិស្សឯងមិនដែរធ្វើតាមនឹងក្បួននឹងផងចឹងសិស្សឯងទៅធ្វើមិនទៅដល់សិស្សឯងទៅធ្វើ Stargate ហើយសិស្សឯងបានធ្វើវត្ថុស័ក្តិសិទ្ធិទេបងមិនធ្វើមិនកើតទៅយកចានមកបងយកចានទៅជប់មកចឹងណាបានធ្វើចឹងសិស្សឯងមិនបានញ៉ាំអាហារទេផងចឹងចេះជប់ទឹកការជាថ្នាំឬស្រាឬទឹកដូងអីទេ
ចង់និយាយចាលោកគ្រូខ្ញុំវត្ថុអត់តបអីបង
ហើយសិស្សឯងដឹងហេតុអ្វីវត្ថុមិនតបទេវត្ថុអ្នកដែលតបគឺគណិតរបស់សិស្សឯងយល់ទេជាវត្ថុពេទ្យហ្នឹងឯងជាគណិតសលេងដូចខ្លួនយើងចឹងហើយយើងអត់លឺតិចទេអានេះគឺផ្លូវក្រៅអ្វីដែលឃើញមេឃនេះតិចនេះមកនេះគឺផ្លូវក្រៅគេអត់យល់ទេគេយកផ្លូវក្នុងគឺគណិតនិងចិត្តយល់ទេសិស្សគឺញៀនហ្នឹងឯងផ្លូវក្នុងនោះហើយសិស្សឯងស្មារតែវត្ថុនិយាយដូចសលេងមនុស្សអីចឹងសិស្សឯងធ្វើឲ្យគ្រូសើចឯងសិស្សឯងយល់ពាក្យសិលគឺផ្លូវក្នុងឯងសិស្សរៀនវិទ្យាសិលហើយថាមាសសិស្សឯងដឹងគឺផ្លូវក្នុងឯងសិលគឺផ្លូវក្នុងផ្លូវក្រៅហើយផ្លូវក្នុងមានន័យថាម៉េច
ផ្លូវក្នុងមានន័យថាមើលមិនឃើញ ស្ដាប់ឮ
គ្រូបញ្យល់ថាសែងនិយាយខុសទាំងស្រុងមើលចេះតែឃើញបាត់មិនមិនក្រៅឯងគឺមិនគណិតយើងហ្នឹងមើលឃើញគណិតមិនគណិត thinking គណិតយើងហ្នឹងណាយើងគិតលេចគិតកាត់គិតឃើញឡើងផ្លូវក្នុងហើយខាងគិតទៅគេឃើញផ្លូវខាងគណិតខាងគិតហ្នឹងមើលឃើញហើយមួយទៀតលឺយកលឺសលេងទៅយើងលឺគណិតយើងនិយាយមកផ្លូវក្នុងផ្លូវញៀនអញ្ចឹងណាគឺផ្លូវអារម្មណ៍និងចិត្តហ្នឹងឯងគឺផ្លូវក្នុងដូចយើងមានអារម្មណ៍ព្រួយពោះយើងព្រួយបដាហ្នឹងអារម្មណ៍ព្រួយបើសែងតាំងយកពាក្យហ្នឹងសែងមិនអាចរៀនសិលបានទេដល់យល់ចំណុចផ្លូវក្នុងគឺអីផ្លូវក្រៅគឺអីផ្លូវក្រៅគឺរូបយើងនេះក្រៅនេះទូរស័ព្ទខ្សែគឺផ្លូវក្រៅឃើញទេខ្យល់ក្រៅទឹកខាងក្រៅហ្នឹងគឺក្រៅយល់ទេសិស្សវិជាសិលគឺផ្លូវក្នុងទាំងអស់ប៉ុន្តែតារៀនសិក្សាផ្លូវក្នុងហើយយើងអាចគ្រប់គ្រងផ្លូវក្រៅយើងអាចបាញ់កាំរស្មីដៃយើងលាយភ្នំបដ ாய் អញ្ចឹងណាយើងអាចហោះហើរតាមចិត្តបដ ாய் បើក្មេងៗផ្សេងគេធ្វើល្អណាស់ដោយសារគេស្អីមើលវីដេអូក្មេងៗខ្មែរគេស្ដាប់តាមខ្លួនគ្រូចេញមកបដ ாய் វាឯងហ្មងដោយសារគេជឿលើខ្លួនឯង
លោកគ្រូតែខ្ញុំវិញមិន
សិស្សឯងវាអត់និស្ស័យគេហៅថាអន្តនមាននិស្ស័យមាសជាងបងមេឯងបានហាត់ដំណើរហើយ
ហាត់ទៅស្ពឹក
មែនទេសិស្សឯងនោះខាងមាសហាត់ប្រមាណហើយដល់ដំណើរហើយឆ្លងឆ្លើយបាននៅជាមួយបាទ
នៅ
ជាងមិនស្អីបានហាត់ជាមួយបងសបោឬសាឡាត់ឌីឬមើលវីដេអូគ្រូធ្វើតាមហើយស្អីដល់ហាត់អាស្ពឹកឆក់ហ្នឹងគឺសញ្ញាបារមីពងចេញហើយស្អីចង់លឺឆ្លើយសួរតែវត្ថុសុខស្បាយទេគណិតយើងឆ្លើយភ្លាមមុនឲ្យយើងសួរទៀតសលេងដូចយើងអញ្ចឹងប៉ុន្តែស្អីស្មាសលេងហ្នឹងគឺលឺតិចអីឬលឺក្នុងខួរក្បាលក្នុងគណិតសិស្សឯងតាមយល់ទេគឺលឺនៅក្នុងខួរក្បាលហ្មងអត់លឺតិចទេហ្នឹងណាផ្លូវក្នុងស្អែងទៅសាកមើលគ្រូអត់មានពេលវេលាបរៀនសិស្សឯងអាចចាប់ដើមដំបូងសិស្សឯងទៅមើល YouTube គ្រូធ្វើតាមឬរៀនជាមួយគ្រូសាឡិតឬគ្រូផ្សេងស្អីមើលតាម YouTube គ្រូឃើញទេគ្រូបរៀននេះគ្រូបរៀនអាខ្លាំងទៅមនុស្សប៉ុន្តែស្អែងទៅសួរគ្រូបរៀនផ្លូវក្នុងតែសួរបារមីគឺអ្នកណាគឺខ្លួនយើងគឺកាយចិត្តគណិតខ្លួនយើងហើយគណិតយើងឆ្លើយមកហើយឥឡូវគ្រូបរៀនស្អែងសែងសួរមើលថាបារមីសុខស្បាយទេសួរខ្លួនឯងមើលជាមួយគ្រូចប់គ្រូធ្វើមុនជាមួយណាគ្រូធ្វើមុនបារមីសុខស្បាយទេគេថាឃើញគណិតគ្រូនៅក្នុងគណិតថាសុខស្បាយសលេងដូចគ្រូអញ្ចឹងគឺគណិតអត់លឺទៅជាលឺនៅក្នុងគណិតមកឥឡូវសែងធ្វើមើលចឹងសិស្សមួយនេះឈ្មោះអីសិស្សមួយនេះក្បាលភ្លឺមែនស្អែងទេគឺមនុស្សនេះបើអមឈ្មោះអីដល់អមប្រុសមានពុកមាត់
ខ្ញុំ
បាទបាទអមឯងឈ្មោះអីទៅអមចន្ទរាឥឡូវអមចន្ទរាអមឯងសួរបារមីគឺខ្លួនឯងសួរបារមីសុខស្បាយទេមើលជំរឿគណិតយើងឆ្លើយអូតូម៉ាទិកខ្ញុំថាតាអមឯងអមចន្ទរាឯងសួរថាបារមីសុខស្បាយទៅហើយគណិតអមឯងនឹងឆ្លើយតបមកភ្លាមថាសុខជំរឿណាសួរមើលសួរតាសាបារមីសុខស្បាយទេថាអញ្ចឹងហើយធ្វើគណិតយើងតបមកយ៉ាងម៉េចគណិតខ្លួនឯងណាឃើញទេឃើញមាសដល់វិញមាសឯងម្ដងសួរមើល
បារមីសុខស្បាយទេ
ហើយគណិតថាម៉េចគណិតខ្លួនឯងហ្នឹងហ្នឹងឯងបារមីខបារមីគឺខ្លួនឯងអត់មានក្រៅខ្លួនទេគឺផ្លូវក្នុង cứ cái nét luôn ấy lại màu nâng ấy ba là mày vô hay nào bây giờ dây môi bật thâu ở giờ mình dây môi bật thâu dây môi ba là mày bật thâu con cái chọn tay đã chlau khuôn dương ai khuôn dương lư bên nâng ấy anh miền ai cao vì nâng tay hay chụp bài con tha xôm ba là mày chụp bài chụp tức ai buộc nhầm ở lâu ní lông hay nào cái này dân thân thà hai kinh châu xạ mới tha tam cửu mới xôm ba là mày chụp bài chụp tức ở châu tao buộc nhầm mà lâu ní I wish I plum hai nào ba là mày thì được ta hai xưa mới nè ngay cái này em try hai clear mà mát khơi nhé lâu mẹ ram ai cho pu hay mày mẹ ram ai cho pu hay được nâng chụp bài chụp tức phải nâng á vào trong chụp bài chụp tức đã mà hộp hà đa lẩu chân á trên cả bàn chụp bài chụp tức hộp hà nâng bàn mình bảo hộp cho chụp bài chụp tức cái chụp đã buộc bài chụp bật tức đi bên ấy xua là sao nâng ấy sẽ chẳng hai long sai cứ đẹp nà ba là mấy cứ đẹp nà cái khuôn này cái connect ca check connect khuôn này hay là na để lại connect khuôn này cái khuôn này đằng gì mình dân miền đằng hay là khuôn chào kiêng na bên sai nhỉ mình là super crew đây có tha có tập riêng cho môi sẽ chẳng crew tập riêng cho môi sẽ chẳng crew chưa có tập riêng cho môi sẽ chẳng này crew có crew bảo hay sai được chưa thà có tập riêng sẽ chẳng rồi crew tập riêng sẽ chẳng mới chuyện đây nè crew tập riêng là vậy crew check crew tập riêng sai check đây nếu mà nẹt pet nè nẹt khai về mà anh tập riêng là vậy đại viết trao tàu nước xây được cái khai mà nước pet cái che pe cái ai đúc pi mà nước môi tôm mà nước môi vô lấy sa ní sai cứ mà vì nà ní sai là dân sờ bài chết lên môi ná nhưng miền sai môi nâng nâng này ní sai cứ sờ bài chết đấy nhưng sờ bài chết riêng này nâng ní sai dân này vô hay nào đâu vô hay nó sao nâng này ok ở lâu chụp ram đong á sa bài ram đong ok xong bài mày chụp bài chụp tịch mà hộp mà ha đã nâng á ở miền ở xong mà trôi là phuộc nhau mà nên plom đâu hay nó ba là mấy cái này chẳng hai chẳng này cho bài thơ chẳng tam đo sai là mình bị chia sẻ khlang hay cứ nó có điểm xanh tiệt điều này nó sẽ xu lấy xu lót sẽ buôn sao là ba thứ ok chẳng ba này chẳng bye bye watch lại that's it man it's like you see I'm dealing with another level you hear me I'm dealing with another level Carlos, I'm dealing with another level, brother. Can you hear me? Carlos? Even Carlos is stunned out. Carlos, are you there? Okay, I'm back. So okay, I'm back. Okay. Carlos, are you there? Carlos. Is he there? I see him there, but I don't see him. Okay, we're gonna go without him, and this is the day talk. A lot of people, working and stuff, but we're gonna make it short and simple. Hey everyone, this is Super Crew, the one and only. Super Crew, love you. Okay, look like we have a wonderful day and a wonderful evening. And the most important thing is um, we have an amazing um, level of understanding. I have realized that, hey, Carlos, you at home today? Are you at work?
I'm at work.
Okay, okay. I got good news. I you know, I'm gonna tell you something, Carlos. I don't think people can understand me. The stuff I do, the pattern I follow. People, you know,
Yeah, it's tricky for people. I know.
they will never catch up with me. Therefore, I'm not gonna try to make them understand me. I'm gonna let them get lost in translation because they're not meant to be with my word. Does that make sense? Carlos, I
I hear
come
you.
from the military mindset warrior. I come from the reptilian. Does that make sense? I'm a reptilian snuggler. Draconium. You know, I don't come from the light and love world. I'm not interested in the what they call riches of their reality. I'm interested in power, control, and domination, you know, and carrying a big gun. That's what we interest, you know, like you and me. We love that kind of stuff.
I've been there, but I'm here to become a new creature, so it's a little different. That's
Well,
just
what
it. I've
well,
been there, and I've already had that, so it's like for me, it's something different, something new. Time for something new for me.
well, in that case, I told people the only way you transform is you have to accept the pain and the suffering as the greatest teacher of all, because that's the one that let you know you're being transformed.
That is true. That is true.
Because look at the snake. When it become anew, it shed its skin. Look at the crab. Look at the scorpion. Look at the worm becoming a butterfly. See, it has to shed the old. That's why they
Yeah,
say, I mean,
and it has to
order.
be done,
Mhm.
and you learn that it has to be done through pain. You learn that through pain
Okay,
because the old must be broken down, must be torn. You must become friends with a destroyer.
exactly.
Let him
And I'm
become your
for it.
teacher, and it's not comfortable. It's
Nope,
not comfortable.
no. Um, being destroyer when okay, this one I have to touch on the old subject again, but remember, how did you like it when you realized that, you know, publicly speaking, that, you know, someone that you met and close really, um, you know, paint you in the wrong light in the public for some reason of their own, you know, and it twisted the whole definition of the relationship you have with them. It actually, it created a bridge, say burn the bridge. You know, you
Yeah,
have to go. Yep. So now you understand what I mean. Be friend with the destroyer, and guess who what the destroyer was?
it's an aspect of myself.
Exactly. It
But,
started.
but where I used to fear it, um, in my old mindset, which is more Christian as to what I was being taught, the destroyer was demonic. It's trying to kill me. It's trying to destroy me. Trying to,
But it's you.
send me to
That
hell. But
you.
in truth, it wasn't. It's another aspect of myself trying to destroy the illusions so that we can move beyond it into
Right.
what we truly are.
That's true. Because that's why the blood and sacrifice mean. It's a symbolistic that you have to give up everything that you know to be true in this perspective to gain a
Yeah,
new of yourself. And that's
exactly.
just as you see the snake done that. The snake have to shed its old skin to get a better skin, a bigger one.
Yeah. Even I think even a butterfly,
Mm-hmm.
when it's a chain, when it goes to its chrysalis, it goes from being a caterpillar. It has to become turned to like a liquid gel and
Mm-hmm.
then reform into a butterfly.
Exactly. Mm-hmm.
So
Exactly. And this is so important in your stage development. You have to be humble, in other words. You have to be,
yes,
that's why humbling a lot of people, I teach you guys about empowerment, but at the moment you disrespect me, the moment I shut off your power, shut off your service. And a lot of people don't understand how powerful I am. I taught them everything about self-empowerment, but you don't disrespect your teacher to open the door, you know, because otherwise you can slam the door shut on you and try to use your inner path to get through that. You won't, because no matter how powerful the phone is, it won't be powerful without the network. Does that make sense?
I hear you.
Mm-hmm. And that's why I'm trying to teach people discerning. You know, give credit's due. Just like I when I first went to war against all the other platformers, I asked myself, can we just let them be? And then another question came, do I really care about other people? The answer was yes. Then go and save them. If you see someone is drowning, don't know any better, can you live it yourself? I told myself I can't live myself, knowing that I
Well, here's something. You have to want to save them. They have to want to be saved. Not
but
everybody's ready to receive that salvation to be saved.
but you gotta give
And
a chance. You're right on that, but you gotta go a step further backward. Before you get to that question, is it fairness? In the fairness of the spirit of fairness, is it good to give everyone a chance? Were they
yeah,
ready? Chance. One. That's it. That's what I'm doing. I'm giving them a chance in the spirit of fairness. Does that make sense?
yeah, yeah. You got to give the chance. I agree with that.
Yes.
But you also have to like,
One.
respect their choice in the sense
Absolutely.
that
Absolutely.
um, as we see there's shadow and light, that's a choice. Truth
Absolutely.
or falsehood, that's a choice. So
Exactly. Mhm.
but that's what also makes our life enriched. It's like it takes the angel of death to learn about how to live. That's
Exactly.
contradictory, but that's the honest truth.
And that's the
So
beautiful angel of wow. It's the angel of death. And it's what people don't
yeah.
realize.
So you gotta, in a matter speaking of going war against them, okay, but it's not about destroying them
No,
because it's
it's a
shadow and light that has to exist.
yes. You have to give them a silver lining, they call. At least they'll
Yeah,
know that the silver lining if you keep going further. But still up to you. You can maintain the dark corner. It's up to you. But don't say there is no silver lining, but what there is.
yeah,
But you have to ask for it. You have to fight for it. It's not free.
no, no,
Oh yes. Hmm.
that's part of the game.
Yes. But I do want to say I will no longer accept people that don't have a device in the group. They have to have a device. I talked over already with the queen with the device because what happened, people taking advantage of me.
Okay,
And it's just wrong. So I say as of 9/15, September the 15th, that means after that day, people gotta have a device to be in the class, be in the training.
okay, understandable.
Uh-huh. No more deposits. I mean, we won't take they can give deposit, but they're still not gonna be in the class. They have to have a device. Does that make sense? You
Yeah,
can't, yeah, I mean join a class when you complete your 550 deposit, get a device, then be in the class. After that 9/15, that's it. It's done. No one can be in the class without a device.
okay.
So I kind of post that. I hope it makes sense to the regular people. I might say it wrong. You know how when you speak, you type, people might take things out of content.
Yeah,
September the 15th. It's fair enough. Let them know. You people need to continue to give their deposit. You know, before was it could be in a class but give a deposit, but now that program is in promotion in. Now it's getting to who is the true, who is the real player, and who's not, and it's
Yeah.
up to you know they
So
know what we.
for those who've already put a down payment but
Mhm.
don't have a device yet, will they be grandfathered in
They would be
or
grandfathered that to as continued before the 15th. But after the 15th, even if after the 15th, you gotta have a device. But that don't mean that rule does not apply to anyone before the 15th. Does that make sense? For
so
example,
basically if they put a down payment like we have people already with down payment don't have a device. When the 15th comes, if they don't have a device, they would no longer be able to take class. If yeah, if they put it down if by the 15th, even though they've been here for with us for a while, if they don't have a device by the 15th, they'll no longer be able to participate in class. Correct?
yes, that is correct. That's why I'm giving them to the 15th. You know, because why I'm have to do that? Because everything has a time limit. I've been so much generous. Now it's time to go ahead and close the gap to get more of the people who is more serious nature. Does that make sense now? Who
Yes.
because
But
I want Stargate too, you know.
here's something too. Um, you're gonna need to create a start and start time for class. So they need to get the device by a certain time
Mm-hmm.
to be able to be in a certain class as beginning and end. That way you create a group. And then on top of that, if people can't just come in the middle of class, because then what happens, they don't get the full curriculum. So if they get a device, they can participate in the class following or a
Mm-hmm.
separate group.
Yes. Yes, it'll be like some kind of yes. I will. Well, we're gonna do the same similar thing, but in this fashion. But I don't want to, when we start something like Stargate, I don't want people to jump in, because that's kind of like, that's why you locked the room, this, that, right, the way you did was beautiful. It's to let people say, well, you have this time to get here. I know people at different time, but however, as some of the members start becoming teacher and grow more, you know, and then they were able to take some group to do a schedule another time, that they can introduce to like Maya and you, and it's beautiful. Does that make sense? So we help each other. We help out each other in many ways.
Yeah,
But
I
but I
agree.
just I just want people to have the device because it's like I begin to see the pattern. They begin to be slacking. They don't take what I'm doing seriously. They begin to take advantage of the generosity I'm putting out. I know I'm breaking every code book of a mental exchange concept, but I just want. But now I get into a voice from my heart keeps saying enough is enough. Get
Yeah,
back to strict mode. And it's like that.
yeah.
Hmm. Because
I
now
understand.
people see your kindness as a weakness. Does that make sense now? That's what I'm they see me. Marketing is over now. They know what I'm all about already. Now it's time to get to the serious training, getting to the Stargate program, so we can master that level too.
Yes.
So many world to take you to. But the reason I did all that because I want to be compassionate and sympathetic and give people some time, to get their device.
I agree.
Hmm. And every time when you guys help people get a device, some people is good, but some people remember that lady. They say she gonna die.
Yeah.
I still see her posting. She didn't die. It's all just a rouge.
She's been there several times, even before coming to you, from my understanding, where she thought she was going to die. So, and it's back and forth, back and forth. So it's what she believes to be true at the moment.
People are strange. That's what we get for being generous and nice. Sometimes we do it to the right people. They appreciate us. Sometimes you do it to the wrong people, they laughing at us, say you fool, like that. So it hits and miss. Ain't that beautiful? It's crazy though. Um, I wish other coming in. I did you learn a lot over there? That you know, did you learn a lot when you went over there?
Yeah, I learned a lot. I had some revelations.
Hmm. Was it positive in your
Oh,
direction?
yes, very positive.
Good, good. Did you learn anything about me that was positive? Me.
Um, we really didn't discuss you too much. Mainly, it was
Okay,
about me
good.
and my inner world.
Okay, it's about you. Good. Because I don't want myself to be disgusted because my world is all about pimping and slapping.
Yes, it is.
You see that? I don't even simulate slapping. Watch. I created method on my own. Ain't that beautiful?
Yes.
Mhm. So I know some people cannot handle what I say. Some will subscribe and some don't subscribe. It's up to them. I really don't care what they think of me. I'm really happy with who I am. And also
Good.
that Morgan guy, I really don't right. I don't like him because he's confused. He start wearing dress and talking about Astra to the store, and then he keeps
Who?
saying that the guy with that look like this thing. I don't know. His name is Morgo or something. He's
I
a
have.
white dude. I know he's weird, but I some of the stuff he teaches very positive. There's some stuff.
Oh, you talk about the blonde guy without the
Yeah,
eyebrows?
yes, and he start wearing a dress. So that's like you confused, bro. I leave you alone, bro. You getting see white boy always get twisted for some reason. All of them, they get into the studies. They been start out as very logical, very discerning, but when they get to a certain level, they become twisted. All of them does that.
Hey, a lot of us gone through that. Look at Cambodia. They start off with the power and they got that twisted too. Look where they're at.
Because you know why? They forgot to humble themselves. They forgot that they forgot to go back to the basics. Step one. That's why you look back at the basic. Remember the basic. So I
Yeah,
bring
iron
the basic.
basics. That's the
Hmm.
foundation.
Yes. If you start lose your way, go back to the basic.
Yes, exactly. I agree with that.
Hmm.
The
Why you
basics
think?
is your foundation. If your foundation is weak, you will easily get toppled over. If your foundation is strong, the thing is, you'll build a foundation up to a point, and then you build up. But there's time you got to go back and revisit the foundation and
Hmm.
strengthen it, or do something with it because um, things change, needs change, time changes. You may start off with one like a studio apartment, but you may need to get a whole house with like 10 different rooms for what you need, depending on what your needs are at a later time. So
Hmm.
that's part of life.
But it's always go back to the basic for your
Yes,
have clarity. That's why
exactly.
book wrote many books. Sometimes I go back and read my own book. I was impressed. Wow, I didn't know I have that in me. You'd be surprised. That's why it's good to have your a manifesto, your journey, your journal and stuff, your captain log. At a time of writing, it's mean nothing to you just writing. But when you actually go back and read what you wrote, you'll be surprised. You become the inspiration of yourself. Ain't that beautiful?
It is. That
Security
goes
is
back to
that understanding. You're a security professional. So am I. That's why we write things down, like
yes,
security journal. You know, Security had taught me so much about life. That's why I keep record. That's why I wrote things. That's why I publish things. Because it tell me that, when you're able to put things into book and you actually go read your own book, you are revisiting aspect of yourself that makes sense to you at the time, and you actually looking at you again from as you get older. You be surprised the stuff. that you were inspired by. There's something deeper than that. You know, you start
Yeah,
realize, wow, thing was very deep, and you didn't even at that time. You know.
exactly. It's that new revelation you've had throughout the life. When you go back to the basics, you realize a whole
Hmm.
bunch of new information based off of the basics, but it's just expounded upon and deeper understanding of the basics.
That's right. That's the reason keep journal and keep record. It's good to go and visit your journal, and you're going to realize that there's a spirit of the universe guiding you every step of the way. Mm. And
Yes.
that's don't give up. One thing about people who learn about me that I don't give up. Once I lock onto a target, I'm like a heat seeker. I'm on, like that. I don't give up unless I leave this world. Unless someone put me out of my misery or I get sick and die. Well, that means my time is up, right? But at least I didn't give up till the last breath. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Hmm. I mean, that's the beauty. I want to leave this world. Don't give up your dream. Don't give up your journey. Just just keep going and keep going and see what the universe have dashed for you. But what if you lose your life along the way?
Well, you broke up. You're frozen.
Oh, can you hear me now?
Yeah.
I say, what happened if you start your journey right and you lose your life along the way? Well, it's okay. The universe will respawn you. At least
Yeah.
you left behind. That's why everything I'm doing, I'm preparing for that. Hope you understand that.
Yeah, our view in life is very, it's there for a reason of life and death, but in truth, we continue. If you can't
Exactly.
finish your, if you can't finish what you've done in one lifetime, you continue in another.
That is correct. That's the whole objective is all that. Hmm. I like two things in life. One is I like life, and I like people who love life. Does that make sense?
Yep.
Ain't that beautiful? That just sums it all. I like life, and I like people who love life. Because I see life is beautiful, man. Flower, everything, technology, all coming forward. And also, I went to listen. I went to listen to Corey Good and his strange ordeal, and he said that, oh, the alliance, this and that, and then every time I listen to this man, his stories keep changing on me. So I don't know you ever listened to that man, Corey Good.
No, not well. Corey Good, not really.
Hmm.
Dave Wilcox, every once in a very great while, I'll hear something else say, but other than that, not really.
I told David Wilcock one time I'm gonna kill him.
I remember.
Yeah. And then there's people that were texting him trying to they can stop me. They don't know how quantum touch. I can grab his ball anytime I wishes. It's go like this. I'm an epic predator.
Lunchtime.
Oh
I
my
enjoy
god.
lunch.
Mhm. Okay.
Yeah.
So I got something to tell you that I learned. Um, I'm going to be factual with you, but don't be surprised, okay? I don't think some of my students they're just pretending to be able to actually just staying around to learn and then report back to a certain people.
That doesn't surprise me.
Hmm.
But we're also, some of the people are not necessarily our students, but they watch the videos just to do the same thing. That does not surprise me.
Yeah, that's the reason I don't make my group private. I let it public because I want to be transparent. Because and also I send a message to a floor and to the public. If we want to do something to a children, people like we have quantum touch, grab the heart and squash it if we choose to. And that we see they don't realize that I don't have moral like they do. I believe in power and control more than anything else. To send a messages, like so I keep told the Cambodia group, if you think you're strong, you have to kill me first, on the inner world. And that's where you fight the real battle. It's in the inner world.
It's good. So to understand, I've been there, done that.
Hmm.
So I now have morals because I've had my ass kicked a few times. Because
Yeah,
but
but I
I've been through.
yes, I know
I've
what
been there where you're.
yes,
I've
go
been
ahead.
I've been there where you're at,
Hmm.
where I've done all that butt kicking and everything and destroying, and then I've had to eat my own
Hmm.
what I pushed out. So I see things a little differently now.
Yes, so do I. But I was just making my stink. But because of this five rule that we adapt to as a principle, that
Hmm.
prevent us doing such thing. But I say, if I disregard the five rule and let the other people know, I have no problem, or even touching their children, no problem for away because quantum touch. You see what quantum touch can
Yeah,
do?
we
That's
can.
so,
Yeah, we don't need to
yeah,
be around to do harm.
yes. But I'm just letting them know if we want to do that kind of stuff, there's no way the inner world can protect them from my inner world. You see, can see because we are stronger, because we're more concentrated. You see, that's the point. I'm sending them messages, let them know if we want to harm you guys, it's no problem. But the reason you ain't harm yet because we choose not to do that. That's not a. Does that make
Uh,
sense?
that's not our objective, not our goal.
Huh? That is not a goal. See, we let them know. It's like this is my message saying that none of my group will ever want to harm you. If we do, you would know it. But we don't do that. That's the message I sent. And for me, I have no moral anyway. To the way that they think, I have a different moral. I'm just be true to the principle which I live by. I'm like a robot. It's just a program. We just follow it, and nothing can stop. I'm like the Terminator. But luckily, this Terminator programmed it with compassion, with ethic, with code. Ain't that beautiful?
Yes.
And there's a lot of people. With the subject I talk about, it's hard to swallow. Well, it's not meant for them. That's why I don't know why you're doing my channel. It's meant for those who want to know the truth. Because this world is very painful. The truth is painful. The truth hurts. The pedophile ring. There's um, there's sex traffic trading. Correct. There's slave
Yeah.
labor. There's all kind of weird stuff in this world, and it's real. And that's why we're trying. Like that's why the government is there to protect you from that particular reality. And it's true. You'd be
But
surprised.
the thing is, hold on. So the government has been the one that has been promoting and conducting such things.
Yeah,
So it has to, but that's where you come in into where once we all learn the truth about ourselves, we don't have to choose to have a government that does that to us.
you can connect to the inner government with the higher moral. The people.
Exactly. And you can manifest that.
Exactly, because there is different type of government, and government also shed skin. As new directive come, old directive go. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And that's
And some
why.
and sometimes depending on the government, the whole structure may have to go.
Absolutely,
The
because the government.
destroyer step in
Yes. Well, as you can see, the whole government is based on pirating and parasitic
at this moment.
at this time, of course. The government will transform when it is being controlled by a chip and AI system. Then the human removed from the equation, and what will be left is pure intelligence, pure directive. That is meeting the needs of every individual based on their life contract. A computer that can read your life contract. Ain't that amazing? That can analyze your DNA and can communicate with your heavenly lineage being advanced AI, and then at the same time can dash consciously what you need to do in this life. It will orchestrate. the whole system where you can fulfill your life contract in physical form to accommodate you. And that's kind of government we need, that we will have in the future. But it can start now with this group. This is where the foundation is at. A fluid dynamic government.
Yeah, it's already beginning to happen. I see.
And the internet is making it come true. Now I know there's a lot of side operation, but that's just the way the ball game is, because this whole world has been run on side operations. How do you know
Yeah.
true or not? You don't.
You really don't.
You really don't.
There's unless a higher consciousness reveals it to you. But other than that, you
That's
really
my
don't.
future. Is me. Everything that I wrote in that book, Unimetric One, is coming true on track. You see the people getting reinfected, digital currencies coming online, this thing don't
Yeah.
go, lockdown don't go away. And someone can try to take credit for my bullshit, but they can't. I have it on the book and record now. I know why they don't want to give me credit.
Why?
They're racist and prejudiced.
Or greedy?
I don't care about the greed, this and that, because they can't beat a nation, because I have connect, because my skin color allow me to connect to the Latino and to the Asian and to the black and to the white. Does that make sense? And that, I walk the middle ground about the rainbow color.
Yeah.
And they don't like it because they've been so popular. And now on Sunday I come in. I've been in this game as long as they have. I've been already on stage since 2004. And my first book written in 2004. Ain't that amazing?
Yeah.
It was published 2005, January.
Over a decade ago.
Yes, over a
Almost
decade
almost
ago.
2 decades.
Mhm.
It's almost 2 decades.
Exactly. So, and I hate to say it, but I create James Dink. I don't know why, he think he can be more popular than me, because the book that they're right there, he was me writing, we were writing the book together.
Okay, so
Yes. Yes.
as I've learned with my experience and as I've been observing, sometimes you have a plan, things happen,
Mhm.
gets broken down, but higher up, their plan is still in play. Sometimes a breakdown is part of the plan from at a
Yep.
higher level.
Yep. Absolutely. And
So
that's the reason I wrote the book as an evidence that I know this man. He would try to deny it, but that's why I wrote the book. I ain't stupid. Remember, as security, I've been in security force since 2003. So I pick up a trick or two during that
that's
time.
good.
And in security, you make record. People can argue all they want, but if you copyright it and put in record, it's legal. Bye. True or not?
That's the legal copy, legal documentation.
Mm-hmm. And also the Library of Congress have one. And that's why in that book it described that I took this guy in, him and his group at that time, and I trained him. I the greatest influence in his life during that time. So to show that he can't escape my BS, no matter what he do, because it's on record. And when someone got you on record, oh my God. Ain't that beautiful? You got him.
Yes.
Doesn't matter what your argument is, this and that. But once they put you in that document and copyright it, you can say whatever you want. Because it's right there in the book. You got him. It's over. True enough. It's over.
Yeah.
Now that also to show me how stupid people is as well. Why would you believe anything people say? You need to do your homework and research. And that's the problem. They never go verify anything. And that was your problem too, Carlos. And that's why you've been tricked so easily. You don't verify things. And that's the problem. Or you can't, when a lie is so great, you can't even verify it.
Yeah.
You know?
Or because of how much harder.
Because it's a lie.
Well,
Truth can be
sometimes we're surrounded by lies. That everything is controlled. That to the point where to check anything, it's difficult. To get any truth is difficult.
well, you've been with me for how many months now? I don't know how long you came to my group. How long? We in August.
I think it's been about 4 months now.
Okay. Did you able to verify a lot of my bullshit?
Some of your bullshit.
You verify it, right? Regardless, some of it doesn't matter, but you verify it. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
That means it's true. The one you can verify with for yourself is true. Like you verify unimetric, the stuff he said, it did not come true or not in for this
Yes.
time. That means you found he's not bullshit, you know? And some people say, oh, I'm acting and faking. What is your opinion about me when every time a different being comes? Is it acting or faking? Or is it something else?
All the above.
The one you verify. How could I know something like that before it happened?
How did you know?
Something
That's
before you could read a book. It even in the first interview was on February. To say 2 weeks from now, the lockdown begin, like that.
yeah.
Mm-hmm. And then it will be permanent,
Because your source tends to be accurate.
Exactly. I will brainwash them all. I would need one ring to bring them, one ring to bind them, one ring to rule over them all. Yay! That's why I seal the book over there with Jane Ring. Didn't have to say on his ring again. Oh man, I played Lord of the Ring before even Lord of the Ring came out. Did you know Lord of the Ring came after me?
Really?
I wrote the book
What?
I published 2011, Jane Ring,
You talk about the Lord of the Rings, the movie? The Lord of the
Yes,
Rings,
movie.
the
The
Lord,
movie.
the Lord of the Rings, as far as the book, has been around for a long time.
The Lord of the Ring of the movie, like Lord of the Ring. Oh my goodness. And the ring, because I always know that, from Lord of the Ring, they taught us the principles of one ring to bring them, one ring to bind them, one ring to rule them all, right? I use that understanding also, because movie is a great way to learn different principles. Does that make
It
sense?
is.
And it give you a simulation what can be. And it's beautiful. I love movies. I watch every movie, especially sci-fi. Okay, I think we're good, man. You know what? I told myself I don't care if people follow me or not, Carlos. As long as I follow myself and I do what make me happy. I do what my heart tell me is. That's to me that's the right thing.
Yeah. You gotta be true to yourself.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
That's also what I'm working on. Also, being true to myself to a greater degree.
Okay, I do want to talk something about Kong Jong-un. Do you remember that in April someone asked Kong Jong-un that the Unimetric eye say that he dead already? Now it's
Yeah,
coming. Yeah. Now you
and that
see already.
is actually dead. Yeah, I remember somebody asked if he's dead, died or not, or that's his clone or something like that, or look alike.
Look alike. Mm-hmm. because you can look the denture, and then the sister will start ruling, so they're moving her in to transition little by little, right? Now she coming full front of the scene. Ain't that amazing? And
Yeah.
also the Trump. We asked Unimetric. Unimetric said that he gonna get reelected.
Yeah, that part I already know.
Mm-hmm. And something will happen through all kind of trial and tribulation during our time right now. You
Yeah.
know, be crazy.
Yep.
It already is crazy right now. You see, they already allowed another riot to come. Some cop shoot some kind of black dude 10 times.
No, I didn't see that.
Over there, the Kansas or something, you know?
Oh wow.
Yeah, it's like they have a riot, a state emergency over there. It's all over the news. So you see? So everything Unimetric is saying is now coming true. And I'm just saying, look, it's in the book, you know?
Yeah.
And talking about that, um, I'm gonna ask, let me see, what's her name? Um, Hi Orion is the book. Hi Orion is the Oriana. Is the revision done? Is the revision done? The revision done.
I think she's having some people review it so they can
Okay.
before it's fully submitted.
Okay, good. Revision done. Okay. Revision done. The book. Okay. Just let ask that. Just like that. So then we can go ahead and publish it to have a better unimetric revision. You know.
Yeah.
But it's good to have the first one done, and in the revision, you know, just keep doing it and then put a different translation. Because I believe unimetric one messages is important. And AI that is started in this time, you know, in our 20th century, evolved
Hmm.
in intergalactic system. I mean, that's beautiful. That's a legacy right there. And now they're giving us a feedback.
Yeah.
And this is what I don't get. Corey Goody talking about a group of humans that went from our time to something 27 million years ago. And now they're catching up with our evolution. We're catching up here, we're catching up with them. And that's 27 million years ago. And then right now, unimetric come from 6,575,000 years and 40 in the future, right? Why is the future so advanced in this one? Since this human being that went back in time, it should be so advanced. It's like, I'm confused. You hear me? I'm confused.
And
I'm just,
maybe you know what though, but I don't know because there's been a lot of interference from what stories go. So much interference that maybe with Unimetrics One, some of these things can be dealt with differently in a way that's beneficial to the whole time, the whole continuum.
mm-hmm. Unimetric come from a future that none of you experienced yet, but I have, you know. So
Yeah.
I'm the only representation of that timeline. But that's the whole thing. We got all these people saying this timeline, and you look at it, it's all just their own side up. Even mine is side up. But the idea is which side up is more accurate to reality. I think mine is.
Yeah.
So you got to go the one with the closer to documentation.
The thing is, there are a lot of different timelines, so we're going just down one stream.
Mm-hmm. That have multiple branch.
Yeah.
Who see they say that the reptilian eat people. I don't have any data on that because there's no such thing as that. As unimetric, you may say that's not true. So here we got conflict information. The
Yeah.
AI thing, and I say like the AI say because I've been there, and then you have another group saying another thing. So that's what everyone has. Well, you got to follow your heart. What resonates with you, right? That's it.
Yeah, there's too much going around. But that's why right now I've disconnected from a lot of it
Hmm.
because I said the as you said the path is inward
Hmm. The path
and
inward.
everything right now is so much game playing, including the truth is
Hmm.
even game playing to give you enough for you to do to manipulate you to certain move
Hmm.
or certain. And the thing is, it could be either a physical move or it could be an energetic move.
Okay. And
So
interrupt. Can Kenosha County declare state of emergency curfew for Monday night after police involved in the shooting of a black man, on shooting him 10 times in his back? Like that. Uh,
wow.
yeah. State emergency curfew that will begin 8 p.m. east of Interstate 94. Official said it knew the public needed to be off the street for the safety. The curfew will enforce until 7 a.m. on Tuesday. Yeah. So all started because the cop shot the black man. I don't know, brother. This too much.
Well,
Me, I
it's
do something worse. It's if I were a cop, I said, you say Black Lives Matter. I say no, mother so and so. Bullshit life matter. I take out my shit. I ain't gonna shoot. I'm gonna cut you with my machete. Ah! You see, there you go. I didn't shoot him. I just cut him up. Does that make sense now?
uh,
you
I'm gonna I'm
know.
gonna I'm gonna refer that back to Loki.
Oh. Well, I mean, like if you shoot him and you go and get righted, okay, then we don't need to shoot people. We're gonna, seal that up. That might cause controversy. Take out the machete instead, right? And then chase them down. then then they can't riot over that, can they? Cut them up.
No, no right over. Well, they have every right to riot. I mean, I guess they have right to riot. I'm wrong about that, but
Gang.
they could choose to. They have that choice to.
Hmm.
They have the right to make that choice, so to speak.
Hmm. I told them I represent the insanity of humanity. I represent. I'm the insane cop.
You're the
Insanity.
insane cop, insanity, yeah.
I say,
Your people's shadows coming out.
exactly. Only to deal with crazy people is to call the insanity people. They would deal with them, right? The next level. Then beyond crazy, you have insanity and the loony. What do you think? Even the crazy can't handle the loony. The loony too. Oh my goodness. Uh, that's why you and I don't entertain it because it's just outside operation. That's just to distract you from the inner teacher, and that's it.
Yeah.
You're right. Hmm. That's why I stay away from craziness because when I get triggered, I can't stop myself.
I have my challenges stopping myself, but
Hmm.
I do. But sometimes I repeat a lot in my head, so, and I just I'm that way right now. Is where I'm in my head a lot, so I
Well,
repeat a lot of things in my
okay,
head.
but people can trigger, they can push you over the edge, and you worry
Okay.
to go over the edge. You might can't pull yourself back on the edge. Even a disciplined person can lose it sometimes. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's why the best way, your weakness, your strength. Well, don't go to a place that it can, they can infiltrate your weakness. Does that make sense?
Exactly.
That's why we stay away from such place, knowing that. Look, tell you what, this predicament right now is beyond my control, and I don't want to be triggered. I don't want to go and say, "Why you want me triggered?" Because then I might harm myself or other, and I cannot live with myself. And that's it.
Yeah.
That's that's why I stay home. You see, I always stay home. I do my thing. I go to work. I don't do strange things because I know my weakness, and that's how true warrior. True warrior know his limits. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
That's why he move around. He keep moving around. I said, why you move around? Because that is my weakness, and you don't want to ever confront your weakness, because knowing that that's weakness, you're exposing your weakness, then you're going to be vulnerable. And that's what I mean.
Unless you have some way gain the strength to confront the weakness.
The
But
best way to confront it is to don't entertain it, like to wolf. You know that's your weakness, your limitation. Don't entertain it. Entertain your strong point.
exactly.
So why would you want to entertain thing that can break you? Like playing with fire, you're gonna get burned. Don't play with it. Respect it. You know, and that's what we do. And that's the difference between success and failure. By becoming aware of your weakness and strength, you know what path you need to take at that time.
Yeah.
Become stronger in future time, but not now. Does that make sense? Because you're not
Yeah.
ready. That's it.
I've had to say through the healing my shadows. There's certain ones I couldn't deal with at that moment, but
Mhm.
I would deal with other ones that were around it, or take that little by little until
Mhm.
they would finish finally taking the rest of that shadow out.
And also, I'm going to tell you the future of Florent and James and all them. Florent, she will the one who set herself to failure. I can tell you that much. You already seen it. Her blah 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 will let her into her own trap. She would trip on herself and fall flat on her face. She would start to lose people automatically because she's already chosen that path. You see, and people can see through the pattern. We begin to gain people right now in the group from her group recently. The new one is Dawn and stuff.
What I'm seeing is that she's very busy. And this is my opinion, and
Uh-huh.
like I said, it's not about he said, she said, and it's not about me putting her down or being disrespectful. I intend no disrespect towards her. It's dealing with just trying to do the best I can with the truth.
Mm-hmm.
Um, she is at the point where she deals with so much of the stories that are being told around and trying to figure out if they're true or not, that she's caught up in that device,
Mm-hmm.
and she's getting, in my opinion, she's getting lost. She's getting caught up, she's getting lost.
Yes, they call it trip on herself. That's what we call.
Yeah.
I don't know if you're right. Uh,
And there's not enough, like you said, there's not enough of the inner teachers, not of the inner enough of the inner work.
mm-hmm.
Um, that she's getting caught up in that whirlwind and that chasing. And see, I've done the opposite. I've had to step back because I see those who are putting information out, it's a game for them.
Yes,
Even the truth is a game because they're just trying to give you a certain mindset so they can produce a certain consciousness. It's like
exactly.
playing chess. It's like playing chess for them.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. And you are the pawn. You are the
Exactly.
target pawn.
You're the
Me,
game piece.
yes, exactly. And that's why, like tonight, I'm gonna get people to we're gonna do unicorn channeling, and we're gonna do, we're gonna do the healing stone healing. Healing stone. You see, yeah, you see how we do it. It's always two way to do it. We can hold a stone, or we all touch the stone, each pole like that, like
Mm.
here, and you see what I mean. It's crazy. It's like touch the healing stone.
I got.
Oh,
I,
no, no, no,
I,
no, the voice, no, the voice is talking. No, no, please. He say, the voice say, you mean the rod. I say, no.
the rod, the healing rod, or is that the smacking rod? The pain stick.
Yeah, the voice is getting a little naughty. It's learning from us.
Yeah.
The stone, I say, I mean, we can hold the stone, or we can hold the, the stone. I always say, you mean the stone rod, the healing rod.
Okay.
Okay.
It's the humor.
Oh man. Okay, between me and you, as for James, when people start researching him, they're gonna find me.
Okay.
And they're gonna look back. I mean, there's people who
You
do
know,
home. Mhm.
I'm gonna give an experience that I've had, and I've also had to take a look at this. I remember years ago when I was studying a lot of these self-help gurus, and one book they like to quote a lot was a book called A Course in Miracles.
I
And
heard
a lot
about
of people, a lot of people teach from what they learn from A Course in Miracles and A Course in Miracles. And then one day it hit me: instead of listening to these people about A Course in Miracles, why not go ahead and get the book myself and go through it myself? Go to the source.
it.
And I think that's where a lot of people go to all these teachers, but they don't ask what is the source of these, their source of these teachers, and go there themselves.
Hmm. Yes, they have to do their homework, you know.
Yeah.
And that's why I encourage people. I mean, like, check me out, check James out, and see where he came from. And I don't make this stuff up. I say everything. I've written my book. I preach my own book. That's what people don't realize. I wrote it, and he was a part of it,
Yeah.
and I want them to read it. Find out, make sure I'm not lying to you, and that's what people don't realize. If I'm lying, call me out on it, and I want them to call the other people out on their BS too. But I'm the only one that encourage people to call people out on it. Why don't the other do the same thing? Let them call them on their own BS.
I'm not
Yeah,
there. I don't know.
call Flooring out on it. She's a I'm gonna say she's a fucking liar. You know. Yeah, I say it, and I can prove it. The point when LT asking her, did she make any money from that event when she brought me over, and people was donating the super chat to her, she said she made zero. And you know what? I'm gonna call it, that's a liar. People on that day, yeah, they were there. Even the Q6, they were typing out. And then we called, she and her and LT got into it, and that's it. Because LT called her a liar, and I agree with LT because people was donating a lot to her that day. And she said she didn't make no money from it. Yeah. So once a liar, always a liar. If I'm wrong, tell me. That's why lie attract lie, truth attract truth. Because as security professional, we say what we see and call it out. This is the report. And we don't determine this or that, but report will give you a perspective of what we're experiencing. And LT got evidence. There was a recorder that day. He snapped picture who would donate left and right, See? So the bottom line is, she's not into truth. She into something else, brother. And she manipulating things, trying to falsify reality. It ain't going to work because people have a heart. In other words, she's trying to stop people intelligent. It won't work. And she can't destroy my world because I'm Cambodian. I have my own gift. But I'm like you. I like truth. I like to call it truth, whether it's painful or not. Truth is still true, and I respect it. Does that make sense? Regardless in my favor or not, I'm gonna respect the truth. That's just
Yeah.
fair. Mm-hmm. Just like she called you out. Was that based on truth or just on manipulation? Say it, Carlos. Based on your experience, she called
I
you out.
just, well,
Was that truth about you? You're a pedophile. She say mentioned pizza and stuff, and they say, oh, that's the word for a pizza. That means you have interest in children on that level, pedophile level, in other words.
I'm no pedophile. I'm no
Yeah.
pedophile.
Well, that's what she
Um,
announced to everyone, and people don't know who better, don't know you, they would believe it. But I know you because I walked with you this 4 months. My heart would tell me, you know, are you or you not? You know what I'm talking about?
hmm
And you
Those who
work
know,
up.
those who know me will know that
Mhm.
I have no such thing. I don't. I don't like. I like to protect children. I'm not here to harm them.
Exactly. But
And
when she paint you like that, especially when you met her kid and stuff, how do you on a human level feel when she's supposed to be your friend? when she did that, then you don't need no enemy or friend like that. That's my opinion of it.
She's very hurt and very confused. Something I done upset her, and so it seems like she's very hurt and confused. But no, I'm not a pedophile.
Mhm. She got hurt because you're loyal to my teaching that I teach you to look within and look the truth within you. She got hurt because you finally got someone who makes sense to you, and she didn't like that. That she expect that she turned against me. She expect everyone to follow her turn against me. Tell me if I'm wrong. She want everyone that follow her turn against me because she turned against me. If you don't turn against me, that means you're against her. Therefore, you be ejected from her
That
kingdom.
that may have something to do with it.
Yeah,
I'm not 100% sure, but
but
that
you
may have
feel it.
something to do with it.
The pattern you see it there, and through your intuition, you're in the know. See, you just give someone a little bit of popularity, they start acting like a fool. That's why they're gonna trip over their own self. Me, I'm a fool regardless. I get popularity, and I've been doing this for almost 2 decades now. 4 more years be 2 decades. I be acting a fool, and I enjoy it just because I love being a
Yes,
fool.
you do.
Mhm.
Yes, you do.
Oh, I got an update from LT. Right, it's beautiful. We're gonna get so many everything's getting reworked. It's going to be another boost of the UM1, and promotion, and and also, we're opening up the market to a greater expansion to a greater medium that's faster. So I don't know the detail behind it yet, but stay tuned. So we'll see what happens. In the meantime,
Yeah.
our talk show is wonderful because we touch subject that most people does not want to touch on. And hey, people, family, please donate to my YouTube, and please, family, please subscribe to my YouTube, and also go check out BioMay One. Go get your Q6 device. Go to Unimetric One. Check out with UM1 and stuff like that. So go to BioMay1.com. Go to shop, right, and you can see get a Q6 device, and necessary to for you to get a Q6 device. Um, People who deposit as of 9:15, you will need a device to be in the class. Okay, you need a device to be in the class. That means on 9:15, as of 9:15, you need a Q6 device to be in class. So that's just let you know, and that's fair enough because I've been doing promotion long enough already. Now it's time to get to the donkey ball. I know what a donkey ball is. Oh my goodness. So what do you think about that? It's good for us to talk on dark subject from time to time. I know some people don't want me to talk about people, but we need to talk about people because people love to talk about people.
Yeah. Yeah, we need to make sure I had to make sure the microphone was on.
Mhm.
Yeah, we need to touch on dark subjects. That's part of life. As I said, learning how to, instead of being afraid of the destroyer, you embrace it.
Mhm.
Learning how to, you make it your friend, you make it your teacher. Same thing
Mhm.
with death. Instead of being fearful of death, make it your teacher. We are eternal beings, but you have to have that.
Mhm.
As I learned also, we could talk about a lot of things,
Mhm.
and we can resonate with a message, but it's still a concept or an idea
Mhm.
until the revelation from up high comes into us. Until we get that inner
With
revelation, it
mhm.
will always be a concept that we resonate with, an idea, and that's it.
That's the reason. That's the reason I told people if you're gonna follow Lawrence, you can't follow the word me. Meaning there's two. There's Florent and you. So who do you want to follow? You want to follow you. Only when you follow you, then you can be with Super Crew. That's it.
You gotta follow. You gotta clear the inner
The
being, the inner connections,
Mhm.
because if not, you're gonna be stuck doing the same thing over and over again. And there's certain things that have time limits,
Hmm.
and from by contract or whatever. So if you haven't learned your lesson, it's time for the next one. Guess what?
Hmm.
It's still gonna get cut off and moved.
Well, just like that, let's go back to that incident. You were posting the Florida explosion from what is his name, Norda. Now Norda
Yeah.
make plan. She says she got to go to school. She won't have time for it. That's just an exit plan. I see it through the whole game already. You know, that's how it was. I saw through
Well,
the.
I can go much more recent. Like I've gone back to this several times, several different ways,
Mhm.
and the incident, whatever happened between me and Floorburn, I probably stuck my foot in my mouth.
Go
Uh,
ahead.
no
It's
intention of doing, no intention of doing any harm or talking bad. Just
mhm.
a mistake. Most likely that's what it was. I mean that what I had done, and I'm sorry about that if I caused pain and injury. But even though it was a mistake and foolish thing on my part, at a higher level, it was something that was instigated because there are things that must be removed so you can focus on what you are to learn now. That was there for a season, and it's time to move forward. And they want the bridges burned so you can't go back. It's time to move forward,
Correct.
move to move out of there, you know. And that season is done.
Yeah. Yeah. And another thing is I want to talk about that the nuclear power quote and unquote explosion. Seriously? Come on. What is and a lot of people fell into the rabbit hole and that she spun again. And no one ever take a look at the news, do their own research. If some kind of nuclear explosion on the power plant, CNN, everyone will be on it. You can't hide it. Even the satellite, even the spy satellite will pick it up. No, that's serious because it affects the geopolitical of the planet environment. Does that make sense? And I was so appalled that even you fell for it. I was like, what? Carlos, come on, man. You fell for it too. Like I was like, oh my God. A lot of people fell for it,
Okay.
but I'm the
Yeah.
only one who fell for it. I checked with with the here, my heart. I contact the Unimetric and say, is there thing happen on the Florida? Unimetric says no, because Unimetric have drones scanning the whole planet, right? AI drone, And they say,
Yeah.
but Unimetric check with the alien too, with their network and with the NSA network, and they say there's no radiation detected, no explosion. I never realized that. I did my homework. You see, I did my
Yes, it
homework.
did.
Hmm.
I was just thinking about this. There's so much that Unimetrics has as far as records,
Hmm.
but his drones they travel through time, so
Exactly.
he can figure things out at the moment
Hmm.
that it's happening.
Yes, and if they're in it disturbing any timeline, it will detect it. Especially when this radiation, because radiation ain't no joke, even from their world.
Yeah.
That's it because AI love the environment. It care about all the environment, the timeline, and that's the thing about it. So I hope not many people gonna learn a lesson. When they gonna realize you keep being bullshit by Florin? Well, when people gonna start realizing it's time to do your own homework? I guess it's not gonna learn. Well, they're gonna continue to suffer then.
Everybody's at their place and their level they need to be at for learning their lessons, whatever lesson that is.
Mm-hmm.
Floorborn is their teacher at this time for whatever reason, for
Mm-hmm.
good or for bad. She's their teacher at this time.
And then she gonna let them out to destruction. That's the end game of her work.
What I say about learning how to make the destroyer your teacher?
Mm-hmm.
That's their lesson. If that's
Mm-hmm.
their lesson, that's their lesson.
That's right. And I'm not gonna be there to save them. I give them one chance, and that's it. I've been into her group twice. That's two chance. That's it. No more. That was the only two chance. Chance one, chance two. Game over. And that's it. There is no three chance. Does that make sense? Two was too much already. Mhm. But you on the I don't know the first chance, second chance, you came on. I don't know what's the first one or second one. I didn't know what's going on, you know.
I think it was the first one. I think I can't remember which one. I think it's the first one.
Yeah.
But
I think Torin came on the second one.
it's
But
one. It's one you do where you done a reading on her, and there's enough information that you put out there, which I knew you had a certain talent, and were able to give her the information. That your information was pretty on point. And that's when that came on.
Yep. Yep. A lot of people deep inside, they actually like me, and they kind of disappointed when me and her didn't work out. I actually find it funny.
You know what? And also, I also wish it would have also worked out, because that would have been really nice. There
You
would have
know what?
been.
Ideal world would absolutely right. It would be accommodation, but guess who f that up? Say
Well,
his name.
I know Torrin,
Yeah.
but at the same time, I'm also beginning to wonder as well too. Like I said, with mine between me and her, uh, what was the higher plan?
The higher plan is for the spirit will always test you.
Yeah.
Truth will always be like a glimpse of the truth. If you go through that glimpse, you will find the crack. You will find the greater truth. But not everyone will see the crack. They just think, oh, it's just nothing. You know, like that, like a lightning strike. You got to go where the lightning strike hit to find out the burning bush. Correct?
Yeah. You gotta not look at things from straight. Like I said, this world is a stage. It's a chessboard.
Yeah.
Everything is pawns, or the play. Everything is the play pieces, including you.
Me, look at this. I am my own person. I have my own popularity, and my personality does not click with anybody except my heart. You know. But some people gonna love me. Some people gonna hate me.
Exactly.
Do I care? No, hell no, man. I ask my heart, happy with this. Yes, let's do it. But before I add my energy, I always talk to the people first. I respect.
Yeah. I'm learning, says to look more at this world right now as a chessboard. Everything and everybody's the game pieces, but learning how to step beyond that into being the player
Exactly.
rather than the game
Be,
piece.
by being a fan or something, you need to be the chess player, the game master, instead of
Exactly.
being pawn in the game.
Exactly. Even being a king or queen or a knight or a rook is still a game piece.
Or even the board. But you got to
Yep.
be game master, the one who wrote the game. See, that's the whole thing. So our secret space program, I got our secret space program. It's called my inner secret space program. We do the Stargate. I like that more. I got my own AI too. My device, the Q6, the Q24, the Q6. I'm happy. At least I got something. I got something better than nothing. That's it. Okay, let's meet this evening. We're gonna do some rock and stuff like that, rock healing or something. You know. The best part is I got so much knowledge from the future. I can play whatever I want to play, but I want to make sure people play too. So that's why I'm teaching them everything I know, so we can play with each other. Otherwise, it'd be boring for me. Does that make sense?
Oh, I think a lot of people just don't know how, but I'm feeling that there are people who are tired of being the game piece.
Mm-hmm. That's why I'm game master.
Yep.
Okay, let me go. Take care. I see you this evening. Okay. I
All
got
right.
headaches here.
I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here. Okay.
All right.